A row of people were knocked to the ground with a knife on their necks. This is a shocking live stream of death. Dozens of Syrian terrorists picked up a knife at a time. They stood behind the hostages. The drone camera was in place. The terrorist host began to count down. All the hostages were forced to kneel on the ground. It turned out that the host disliked that their kneeling was not neat enough and asked to do it again. 3, 2, 1, 1. Then the host appeared. A boy came up to the stage with a pistol. He was saddened by the damage caused by the war. Then all the hostages were knocked to the ground. Terrorists held their heads. The cold blade was at the neck of the neck. At this time, the drone quickly aimed at them. Life was coming to an end. The pilot, Ali, seemed to see his mother and his wife, who was about to give birth in the hospital. 2. When Ali woke up again, he found himself tied to the plane. It turned out that the terrorists had a second live broadcast. They were going to use the plane as a weapon to create a shocking terrorist attack. Ali was the pilot they chose to carry out the mission. In order to make sure that the action was safe, the terrorist leader tied a bomb to Ali's body. He also arranged a beautiful co-pilot to monitor him. At the same time, the other hostages were locked in the iron cage. Then they were transferred into the cabin through the lock. After all the cameras were in place, the second terrorist live broadcast officially opened the curtain. This time, the host changed to the terrorist leader. After the death declaration, the terrorist leader posed with a black horse. Looking at this arrogant, blood-stained armchair, Ali was angry. He decided to show them a little color in the live broadcast. He bit his teeth and started the plane. When he saw this, the co-pilot, who was monitoring on the side, was shocked. The Alliance came to stop him, but he couldn't beat Ali at all. But he didn't dare to press the explosion switch. The co-pilot saw something was wrong. He ran on the plane to help stop Ali. At this time, Ali let go of the button and rushed out. The plane took off quickly after acceleration. When the co-pilot rushed into the cockpit, the co-pilot pinched Ali's throat. The co-pilot was in a hurry. The live broadcast was still going on. He couldn't finish the task after killing him. The co-pilot had to leave happily. Ali didn't pay attention to the co-pilot. He quickly set the plane to autopilot. The destination was changed to an abandoned airport nearby. After the co-pilot noticed it, he couldn't do anything. The command was immediately removed, but Ali ignored it. After the warning was ineffective, the co-pilot had to take Ali out of the cockpit and throw him off the plane. The co-pilot felt strange. Didn't he say he couldn't leave him? Ali told the co-pilot it was a suicide attack. Everyone had to die in the end. You didn't know that, did you? The co-pilot was anxious. He went to the co-pilot immediately and said he didn't want to participate in the suicide attack. He asked him to turn the plane over and drive it back. The co-pilot pretended to agree, but he killed the co-pilot with a gun. On the other hand, the terrorists continued to throw Ali off the plane. When they passed the iron cage, Ali suddenly felt a sense of relief. When he turned around, the terrorists were caught by the hostages in the iron cage. Another terrorist noticed the abnormality and came to check the situation, but it was too late. Then, Ali distributed the guns he got to everyone. With the help of everyone, his satellite bomb was successfully dragged down. Then, Ali rushed to the co-pilot with a gun. Unexpectedly, the co-pilot was already on guard. Unfortunately, Ali was hit by a bomb. The co-pilot also took the opportunity to close the cabin door. At this time, the plane was getting farther and farther away from the target. The co-pilot wanted to remove the autopilot, but he couldn't operate it. After a while, the co-pilot was desperate and decided to commit suicide. Just as he was about to take off, the warning signal had arrived at the airport set by Ali. It was landing. At the same time, the autopilot was also removed. The co-pilot suddenly saw hope again. He hurried forward, opened the gas door, and began to take off. On the other side, Ali was also busy. He was in great pain and wanted to open the cage. But the cage was dried to death. There was no cutting tool. He couldn't do it at all. Suddenly, he flashed a light.
He thought of the landing umbrella to deliver supplies. He hurried to find an umbrella bag and threw it into a cage. At this time, the plane took off again. The fuselage began to wake up. The iron cage slid towards the cabin door. Fortunately, the iron cage was locked by the door frame, so it didn't fall off the plane. The people in the cage were so scared. At the same time, the plane successfully took off again. The co-pilot operated the plane and flew towards the target, Damascus.